Hey guys, what is up? It is Rentojo, aka Slim Hitler here. And today I'm talking about a very serious topic. Today I was looking on the internet, I was looking at the search tab was basically hot e-girls. Yeah, no, I'm fucking kidding. I was obviously on some guy's meme page. And on YouTube, and yes, I'm surprised that actually exists myself, but all I was just looking at is basically this guy's video. I was looking down this page of, doomer, boomer, coomer memes, and I'm like, yeah, these memes are kind of getting a little cringe some days, but I was looking down that page, and I see this guy's new video. I see this guy's new fucking video. I see this guy's new video about basically, I think it's called Doomer and E-Girls, and Doomer and E-Girl dating problems, I guess. And basically, the gist of the video is basically he tries to say, oh, the modern male iconicized as the doomer it's lost his soul. But I'm here to explain to you that what this guy is saying is fucking false. Alright? It's fucking false, and there's a different reason behind it as to the doomer problem in my book. Alright, so let's show you the intro to this, and I'll give you my commentary on it.
What is an e-girl? Where is the collective sexuality of our generation moving?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. Now, see. Here, listen to this. An e-girl is basically a pretentious fucking girl who gets some type of Instagram account, posts somewhat revealing pictures of herself, and then gets some type of premium Snapchat or OnlyFans or something like that. And OnlyFans is mainly reserved for the girlfriends of popular YouTubers, I would say. But you can make an OnlyFans, I guess. But that's basically what an e-girl is. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, they charge you money for this stuff. It's not a form of expression, my friend. It is a fucking con. They're conning you. Alright, that's why people don't like e-girls. That's why primarily doomers don't like e-girls, or the people you just call doomers, because basically the doomer was basically born out of depression of looking at society and basically looking at the way it got. So let's continue on with the video. I mean, he just goes into song and dance about basically forms of sexual expression, which, wow, you got a lot of time on your hand to be just looking up sexual expression.
Sexual personae. Camille Paglia beautifully describes the recurring pagan forms of desire. It's hot. Though they are a single desire, they give rise to new forms of these archaic personae. The most apparent of these today is the e-girl. While of course there is an infinite variety of human women who inhabit and are inhabited by these personae, there are some clearly identifiable traits. A strong sense of postmodern fashion, so each outfit is a kind of ironic costume. An infantile persona, very innocent and babyish, or very mean and tomboyish. A relative dependency and distaste for men, similar to femme fatales in noir films. These are not...
Yo, I actually have to understand this. Does this guy actually have a fetish for e-girls? Did he really take the e-girl meme a bit too far and go on Pornhub one day and look up fucking hot e-girls and then basically or hot emo girls, and basically he just fucking found nothing, so he just bought a premium Snapchat of some random bitch that he found on Instagram and started jacking himself off to this? Because I wouldn't be too surprised if that was the case, and that's why he's advocating for e-girls being a form of expression instead of a form of just trying to steal your money, or at least trying to steal simple-minded people's money. And by simps are both simple-minded and simps to women. But apart from that, you guys all take your notes, alright? Because he's going to apply this in a few minutes. You guys all take your notes? You fucking better have, man. I swear to God. No, I'm kidding you. All I'm just saying is, you have to take your notes down for this, or at least you don't. Just listen to me right now through the analyzation that I'm going to do. Because he's going to apply all this and basically say, oh, why aren't men, modern men at least, or the boomer icon is, why aren't they participating in society? And I'll explain you my verdict at that point. So let's continue watching on.
Every generation of Americans in particular has had their own popular fads and styles of dress, with corresponding flutters of eroticism and a unique personae. And of course, there was a corresponding masculine personae for every feminine one. Punk, new wave, goths, even as late as emo and scene, none of them suffered the type of one-sidedness that is currently underway. Why, then, are the young men of today no longer engaging in the wonderful sexual drama that every previous generation has? I believe the problem is that the modern desiring male, who in memes is often depicted as a doomer, is woefully incapable of interacting with reality. He has no sexual personae. Why is this? He has lost his soul. Holy Mary, Mother of Joseph.
Well, that was quite a fucking stretch. We went from basically, oh, you know, why are these loner guys basically, you know, they're kind of disconnected from society, you know? Why are the modern male, you know, why is he disconnected from society? I'm such a fucking deep thinker, huh? We went from that to basically, they have lost their souls. And that's a fucking stretch. That is a fucking stretch if I have not seen it so far. But seriously enough, it's not because they've lost their soul. He's merely just using thotary and saying that basically, oh, e-girls are, they're just a form of expression instead. This is what I was hinting to earlier. This guy actually has the conceivable gall to even say that thotary is a form, and e-girls for that extent, are a form of, they're a form of sexual expression. And he's asking why these doomers, aka these men who don't want to associate with society, have, you know, just kind of checked out, mainly. He's wondering why they've checked out. And it's not because of the fact that they have no soul. It's not the fact that they have no drive. Well, it's partially the fact, but it's because of the kind of culture and society that mainly formed the type of e-girls and e-thotary and stuff like that. They don't like society, so they've checked out of it. Not because they don't have a soul. They have different forms of expressing themselves. That's why they have the doomer meme entirely. The doomer meme is actually a form of their own expression. The doomer isn't them, because the doomer is obviously an overinflated underrepresentation of basically what an actual person who is a classed doomer is. If anything, the doomer meme is their form of expression. Not really the fact that they're not engaging in the same kind of weird quagmire kind of style of cultural clothing that we have nowadays. Because, like, one, I'm obviously certain that mainly most people, they don't want to dress like they're from fucking Cyberpunk 2077. That's first off, because I'm pretty sure nobody wants to dress like that unless you're like a punk or an emo or something like that. Two, I'm pretty sure a lot of men, a lot more than who are doomers, do engage in, well, they engage in life. They don't engage in the dress, they don't engage in the fit, they engage in life. But a slight minority of men, but it's quite a big portion, only become doomers. And if anything, the doomer meme is their expression. It's their form of expression in a way that basically they feel comfortable of doing. Expressing their hardship through life. And basically the doomer is a doomer because of the way society was formed and the way it's become. Not because they've lost their quote-unquote souls. Jesus Christ, this guy is actually fucking nuts. He just over-bastardized this thing to the point of extent. Too much extent, of course. But, yeah, let's continue going on with this guy's...
I came to this conclusion while I was at an anime convention, offering tarot cards.
What? A fucking anime convention?
Oh, that's it. That is it. He's not human. He's not fucking human. I'm going to shoot him. I'm going to actually fucking shoot him. He's a fucking lizard.
I was paying close attention to the way people moved. This may sound odd, but you wouldn't be watching this video if you weren't keen on my strange observations. But what I noticed astounded me. I could distinguish the literal presence or spirit of anime-based personae in the movements of not only cosplayers, but certain normal congoers. I could recognize the inauthenticity of their speech patterns and physical expressions. I'm sure you've all acted like a cartoon or film character at some point. This is that game, but on a mass scale. It's a reaction against feelings of personal worthlessness, I think. This is close to the e-girl type. Someone who took on an alien form and embodied it, with positive or dramatic results. This is clearly on display in TikTok. And then, in the unfortunate case of the young men, I noticed a particular lack of fluid movements. There was a great shyness and mechanistic rigidity to the way that they moved and spoke. While I initially chalked it up to awkwardness, as I pondered the question, I recalled Jung's description of the anima as a dancing woman. Most men have danced with their anima, their soul. This is what produced romance, love, eroticism.
Yeah, I'm not going to subject you to any more psychological and eye rape anymore. I'm just going to explain to you the general gist of what he's fucking meaning. What he basically means is that basically men, they're due to the modern problems of men not having a soul. Basically, the reason why they don't have a soul is because basically they're unexpressionless. They don't express themselves. Even though the memes that he shows, as I've stated prior, the Doomer meme expresses their livelihood in a comedic and funny sense. Now, I don't know about you, but this whole anima shit, Jesus fucking Christ, I can't stand the fucking anime. It's eye rape, alright? I feel like if I subject any more of you to this, it's basically a war crime, because I'm technically committing capital punishment. Like, seriously, I want to chop off my fucking leg now at this point, seriously, from watching all this shit. Just so I can bleed out, alright? Because I just don't want to see this anymore, because... See, once, like, you're editing a video and you're psychoanalyzing every single bit of it, you just really engulf yourself in the imagery, basically, what they're showing. The memes he's showing, all the anime stuff, I mean, shoot, I'm not fucking gay, but I don't think jacking off to fucking imaginary women is, normal. I don't think that's fucking normal. I mean, shoot. I met one guy, he said it was fucking hard doing that shit. I've never done that, and I will never ever do that, because I'd rather kill myself than do that. And by the way, anybody at school who does look at this video, no, I won't fucking kill myself. It's a joke, it's just I don't fucking find it appealing, alright?
Their swagger, or literal dance. Their bodies are possessed of this feminine archetype. But as I have talked about in several of my videos, the anima no longer resides in the body of modern men, but in their technological matrix. So he is left entirely one-sided. It becomes extremely difficult for the dance of sexuality to occur, which in Jung's view is not simply a dance of bodies, but the dance of the feminine soul of man and the masculine spirit of woman. At this impasse, this loss of soul, we see a great deal of young men double down and become deeply misogynistic, or really loyal unto...
Alright, well, I'm going to save you guys some time and my phone some battery life, and just cut to the chase. Basically, I'm just going to skip forward a few minutes in this video, or not even a few minutes, like a few seconds in this video, just so you can basically get the point in what he's making, alright? And this is what really made me want to actually fucking make this video. Because this guy, he's so fucking, like, judgmental about this. And basically, here, you know, I'm just going to fucking play it for you.
They are bitter about their own lost soul. and so despise those who still live. Life was never meant to be cleanly, moral, fascistic, and modern. We are meant to live as pagans, animalistic and full of loving passion and great hate. Negative XP is filled with an ironically Christian distaste for the sexual personae. The question then is how to exit this soul-stealing matrix of mimetics. How to take your soul back from the countless heat sinks it is trapped in. I find the answer lies in the body, in performance, in being possessed, in making art. The great dramas of our generation are unfolding, and their records are held in memes. Remember, memes matter.
And that's just fucking it, guys. Memes matter, guys. Memes fucking matter. Memes matter. I mean, that's kind of my whole thing on analyzing memes. Yeah, no, nobody cares, alright? Yes, memes do fucking matter, but there's a lot to unpack in this whole fucking thing. Doomers, technically, I guess you could say, are fucking bitter, but not all doomers are fucking bitter, alright? Doomers aren't really bitter, they're more or less kind of, they're a little depressed about how society has gotten, basically. I wouldn't say that they're fucking jealous or envious of any of those who actually have a fucking soul, even though they do have a soul themselves. They just merely are kind of sad about the way society has gone. Like I said, they became a fucking pessimist or a doomer or something like that just because of the fact of how society's gone, alright? They don't view those who have a soul, quote unquote, have a quote unquote soul, basically, with envy and hate them just because they have a life or some shit like that. No, they hate them because basically they're so ignorant and naive to the way of how things are that basically, in the doomer's mindset, basically they're fools. They're ignorant fools going throughout their day, and basically they wish that they could fucking change. They wish that they could change so that they could see the light, and if the doomer deep down has some hope. It's a sliver. It's not even that big. That maybe if more people saw the world in his view, which there's a lot of doomers out there who have differing views on how the world should be, then basically the world would be better and he wouldn't be a doomer and he'd be a happier person. The point being is that basically a doomer himself is not really, in a sense, envious of those who have a life. He's more or less angered at the fact that literally they can't see the apparent, obvious. Like, the fact that, fucking dressing up and cosplaying online and then selling your fucking body for money and then basically having a swarm of sad, unhygienic, and equally disgusting soy boys who are on par with the fucking weeaboos, basically just going over there and giving someone money just because of their... just because of them doing that, and then the women themselves being, having their ego highly inflated and becoming over-judgmental. Basically, that's why they find the world kind of in a more disdainable light than how a normal person would view it. A normal person would just say, you know what? It's a market, it's there. However, a doomer would say, it's immoral, it shouldn't fucking be there, it's immoral, but it should be there. However, I don't really think a lot of people should be falling for this shit. That's basically it. And that's why he's pessimistic, because people cannot, wise up. That's why he's pissed off, and that's why he retreats into his inner world of technology. Instead of, being out there with other people. Because if he's out there with other people, they don't see his view, and basically he gets ostracized regardless of any type of outcome. If he even attempts to go out there and basically make some new friends, it's really going to be hard for them to see his view, and it's basically like he's going to be an outcast in a group of people. You know what I mean? So that's basically the whole doomer mindset there. And, and by the way, society, yes, of course, people were meant to be free and happy. They were meant to be free and outgoing, bombastic people, but the reason why we have a society in place is so that people don't kill each other, alright? So, even though life wasn't supposed to be a fascistic, conservative type of, society where basically people have no constraints culturally whatsoever, there are certain cultural outliers that are repressed for certain reasons. So yeah, I wouldn't really say that that whole social constraints thing. There really is no social constraints, more or less, on anybody to do anything. Women can do all of the stuff that they want, in fact. And if anything, the only reason why men aren't doing this is because, well, for one, there's no market for it, alright? Because e-girls are linked with thotary, alright? That's why e-girls even exist, because they put their pictures out online, then they get publicity, and then they get the premiums, and then they go where they want to go. Look at Belle Delphine. Belle Delphine was a girl from South Africa who moved to Britain and then basically started her own fucking Instagram account, basically taking pictures of her looking almost like an e-girl or an e-thought or something like that. Then basically she expanded on getting a premium Snapchat, and then now she makes a lot more money than she ever could have. Alright? So that's kind of how an e-girl's evolution kind of goes up the pecking order. So, yeah. So, if you guys like this video and you want to help me and protect me from the onslaught of haters from this guy Meme Analyst's channel, who are going to rain hell on my small 22 subscriber channel just because I dare call out their Lord and Savior, who they, as the subscribers, keep sucking off his teats for information and ideological commentary. Then I hope you can stay by and support me and subscribe and hit that like button. I really do this for fun and I enjoy doing it, and basically hopefully my phone will not die before I can upload this video. All right, have a good day, guys.
Told you it's fuckface over there. Continue.